set up, and we'll be working on both of these two. Morning, Patty. Look, got an echo from the. I gotta figure it. See if that works. Yep, that works. Ah, uh, where'd it go? I'm good. Everything sounds good. So, we're gonna set the jackalope to the side. Now, what I'm gonna start with is we're gonna wipe this down. Let me move this. Dang. That off to the side. I already pre-made the sealer I want to put on the truck. I'm going to use the alcohol wipe. Use the alcohol wipe to clean the truck off because I know I got my handprints on there. Hi there. We're going to use an alcohol wipe to wipe this truck off. I did sand it. Now that I did that, I want to get a clean towel. I want to dry it off. Even though the alcohol wipe is good enough to go ahead and shoot right over it, but I still like cleaning, drying it off really good. Try to get some of the excess off of there. So we got that going. Now, put this down. Now this is the sealer, but I have the sealer and I mixed in the brown with it, and Steve said it's like 50%. You don't want to do too less because you want to be. I want to be able to sand that sealer down a little bit later on. So we'll add some of the reducer to it because I might use. Oh, I have to use it on the jackalope antlers. I'm gonna paint that, seal that up too at the same this time too. All right. So we got Tim's airbrush. We're gonna spray the sealer out of. Timothy John Luke. I got a new camera, but I still got to figure it out how to operate it. Uh, it's secured on a paint stick with I balled up some tape to where I could stick it up inside the middle of the truck. Yeah, you have the clamps and that you use it. Yeah, I'll show you. Yes. Say it's paint stick, But then I balled up the tape, and then I taped the. I just pushed the truck on there. I don't want to touch it, but you just can't do it like that. Uh, Try not to flip it upside down, but that ball fit in there good enough to hold it down. And if you see tape sticking out, it ain't touching anything important. And then on this metal board, I have a stack of magnets there, a stack of magnets there, and the bread tie or something like that you could use there. And it'll lean it forward, and I could pick it out of here a lot easier that way and all. So that's a good way of doing it and working with it and that. Since the truck, that is not a metal body, a magnet will not stick to that. I was checking that out. I was like, oh man, I thought those were metal bodies. Must be made of something else. I don't know what it's made of. Let's see what we got. All right. So I'll just pick it up and do it right here in front of you. And do it that way. And the reason I'm spraying it brown, brown was the main color of a sealer on this year back in the day on the trucks. That was the undercoating color of the vehicle back in the day. It's easier to maneuver it around and everything being this way. Astro, how you doing, Astro? I'm sorry to whoever the other person was. I cannot. I think it's George Jr. Cannot pronounce the If I pronounce your name wrong, I apologize. Or is it Gregory? Sometimes I'm spraying air, sometimes I'm spraying paint. It's not all paint going on here at once. It's one thing about holding it and painting. Can't gotta watch the tip dry. Can you still see it? Yeah, you guys still see it. No, this tip doesn't come with a warning. But I can check. You can check your blood sugar. It doesn't have a government warning. I apologize if I keep taking the truck out of camera angle. All right, there you go. There you go. Nice dark brown in a way, and it's a sealer coat. I'm liking that. So that's what we want. Glad that it worked out really good on that. Now with my what I got in here. Oh, I still got plenty in here. Good. Now let that dry up. What I do with that? Throw that up there. Now with the jackalope. With the jackalope, I need the antler. See, the antler sticks down in there that far. So we'll take the same thing. We already sanded the antler down. I want to make sure I cleaned it off a little bit. So we got the alcohol wipe going again. Just wipe it up a little bit. Hopefully my fingerprints are not all over it for the sealer. I want the same. It's going to work out really good with the same sealer on this antler part to where I could paint paint it. Now this I'll paint it on my hand using my hand. I'll paint it on my hand, but I'm gonna try. I gotta hook up the air gun. What we got? Dang, nearly passed out. Try to get it. There you go. Came up perfectly. These antlers, I ordered that from Amazon. They're used for cupcakes. It's like a cupcake decoration item. Down here at the bottom, you ain't gonna see that much when I put it on. When I do the rabbit, looks like we got it all good enough. Might put another coat on there. Let the truck. Well, I got enough in stock, so I don't have to worry about that. It's just you have to worry about it when you go to buy it. And your cupcakes will go up in price. All right. Now the rabbit, I have to sand that down. Um, yeah, I gotta sand the rabbit completely down. The antler, I gotta let dry completely. But the rabbit, I could sand that down, and we'll do that. I'll let this stuff dry. Let's see if I can tilt the camera good enough. Good like that. And now, now I have this is 400 sandpaper. It's for the DA and that. But I can handle the rabbit right now with the with my hand. It ain't gonna matter it too much. I just basically want to get the whole thing sanded. I keep moving away from the camera, don't I? Does sand pretty good. I'm using a rough. This 400 is a rougher sandpaper, and I'm using it because I wanna make something. Do a little couple little things of you can't see if you look at the rabbit. it doesn't have no legs or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple things. I got some spot putty we'll put on here. I don't know what this mold is or anything. Kind of looks like chalk in a way. So I'm thinking it might be. But it doesn't have. I could go ahead and paint eyes in and stuff like that. But we'll just take it. I was surprised they sold it at the store looking just like this. Wasn't painted or anything. Morning, Bobby. I keep moving away from the camera. You know what? We're gonna paint. We're gonna spray this whole thing with that sealer too. Yeah, the more aggressive. Yep. The higher the number, the less aggressive it is. So, like I said, this is 400, and then what you use for wet sanding and buffing is like 1200 or 1500. This 400 and 320 is about the same. They're pretty close to being the same aggressiveness. But on little things like these two things, 400's good. Alright, so you see we got it. I want to sand this area up here. And I'm going to show you something. And this area in here. Two things I want to do. Yep, I'm doing it off the camera too, ain't I? I keep forgetting I'm doing off camera sanding. See, little things like that, the ears and that. We'll fix that up. And then, like, I could fix the bottom up. See, I don't know what their mold had in it, but it's got some things coming through as you're sanding. Did the same thing up at the top where I had that hole at, but that's all right. We're gonna fill that in, and then we got stuff like this happening, so we'll fill that in. All right. Just clean it off a little bit. Just wipe it off a little bit. It doesn't matter because it's going to get dusty again. So we'll put them up here. Now I have spot putty here. I got tape on it because sometimes on this spot putty it'll start leaking out the side and that. And you can see what color it is. And I got, see, I got these plastic razor blades. These are good to have. And then you take the spot putty, like this. Just grab a little bit. You don't need much. This is what they had laying around the paint shop and that, and they just told me to go ahead and grab it. Take it. Just take it. Work it in that area. Just work it in. Smooth that area out. Uh, did have a spot on the ear. I don't see it now. It had the back side a little bit. Just push it in them areas. Thought I had a spot on the ear. I could have sworn I had a spot on the ear, but I can't find it now. That's cool. All right. Now I'm gonna put a big glove right there. Put a little bit there. Right there. We're gonna do some on the front of the put a spot there. There. There's my spot putty. Now we come on this side. Put a little bit there. There, I see that spot now. looking messy, but after it hardens up and that, then I'll sand it down, and this will be like, see, these will be like the area for the eyes and the nose. Give it some kind of a shape right now. That's all I'm doing is just giving it a little bit of shape. But you try to keep it on there nice and solidly. Just like that. And I can sand it down, give the nose, have the nose a little bit of shape. Uh, uh I still gotta do that. Let me let that sit for a minute. I got a nice buildup of that. It's spot putty. They use the spot putty for um little chips or something like that. That's what they use the spot putty for. After a day, plus yeah, they use it for the chips. If they're sanding the car down and they see little chips, they'll use that spot putty to do on that. Or because I sometimes it's just something to do it on. It's a chalk. Oh, okay. It might be chalk. I don't know. I made a list of body shops around here. I have stopped at one and asked the tech, can I have the scrap if I help him clean up? He says he'll allow, would love that, but would lose his job. Just keep checking the body shop. Somebody will bound to give you something. They probably lose his job for help cleaning up. Just ask him for it. Give him $1 or two, whatever. Or sometimes you just walk around outside near their shop. That stuff is laying on the ground, blowing away. If they're a really messy shop. Yeah, that's good, Astro. Yeah, if a piece breaks off in that on stuff like this, you could go ahead and glue it back on and then take a spot putty and put back over it and sand it all out. And it should look good as new and last just as long. Some people put super glue on it, it's just as good. Hey, Bob. Side, Bob. Yeah, you just keep checking them shops out. Different shops, they let you in. All right, let me scrape this off. And this stuff, it gets on your hand and that. It's no biggie. Eventually, it wears off before anything. All right, now we got to do. I want to make it look like a little foot and everything, so you have a big old piece. Now I want. Okay, so I got the face and everything. So now I want like a. You got them facing this way, so I want to do like right there. So it's like a little foot coming up there. I'll sand it to where I'll sand it to where it looks like a little foot right here. But then I'll put a get some more. And we do a little bit right here. So that's like his another part of the foot coming downwards. So I'm thinking of when I'm doing this, I'm thinking of it as a 3D in a way. Because they didn't mold none of that into it. His foot. So I got it there. Do the bottom part. Right about the same. Make sure I look the same. I can do it like. Say the cool thing about this one's going to be all right to paint too. So since I have the hole there, I can go ahead and take a paintbrush like this and stick up in the middle and move it around. See, I'm basically the same. Now, put that up there. Now we need to do his top part. I want that forward right about here. There. Basically in the same area. Alright. That's where we got everything. So it hardens up that quick, but we want it to harden up a lot better. I think I might put some more on the top on that side. People probably come in and say, I thought this was an airbrush channel. He does all this artwork and he's making stuff look like crap. Always got it's gotta look ugly before it looks beautiful. You gotta remember that. Gotta look ugly before it looks good. Or it looks gotta look creepy before it looks good. Gone are the living dead rabbit. How's that sound? That's patch rabbit. It's a patch rabbit. Heck, and that's an hour's work already. I need on this. I'm going to have to do that grill, and we'll do that later on. Yeah, try to camouflage the rabbit. Who's running? Oh, okay, Patty. Well, you have a wonderful day, Patty. Thanks for coming on by. Always great to see you. And yeah, just stop. Keep stopping by the body shops. You'll get something. Check them all out. Even some guys, you see guys working on the old cars in the garages and that, they might have stuff laying around too. Because anybody working on cars in their garage and that, sometimes they have extra stuff. Or their body techs. They might be a body tech or something like that. That's off hours. You see their garage door and they got a nice old car there. They might have done all that work there at the house. All right, I want to paint the antlers. Might want to put another coat on the antler. Seemed like I got it pretty good. So right now we're gonna stop on the live feed. I have to stop on it because everything else has got to dry really good. I just figure I'll come on here and let's put this up here. Now you see how the antler looks up on the rabbit now. And the rabbit, it's going to be close to this color. Not as dark, but it'll be close as that color when I do the rabbit up and that. So you can see how the antlers fit there. It's looks pretty good. The it's gonna look pretty good. I'm gonna have the color go on there similar to how that is. I'll have some white in the rabbit, but I'll have the brown. I'll do some light colors up on the antlers and stuff like that. It'll have spots on the rabbit. And the truck, I think I'm going to sand. No, I'm going to leave it like that. I got to lightly sand it later. I'll probably use a Scotch Brite pad on it. And then I'm going to shoot. I'm still up in the air what color to do it. Might do white. Do some white over it, and then do some green over it, and then do white back over it, and then I'll sand it down. I'm still up in the air. We're going to go on that because I want it to have the patina look in a way. So it still might end up being a white truck, but I want to sand it through to have all that stuff. And then, I got to spray. It'd be orange, I'll have to spray. So I have to spray the white and then spray the orange and then spray white. Because I want to make it look rusted in some areas. Because I'm going to sand through to the metal again, and then I'm going to clear coat over top of it, and I want to put some rust on it, make it look rusted. Yeah, I have to spray the orange. I might spray the orange over this part. Then I'll spray the orange over here over the whole thing again after I sand it down. And we'll be sanding it down with 1500, real lightly sand it and scotch brite it. And then I'll spray the orange over it. And then after the orange, I'll come over it with the white, good heavy coat of white. And then we'll start doing rust lines and stuff like that on there. So that's it for this. How long I've been on here? An hour. Ain't too bad. Much faster than I thought it was going to go. I thank you all for coming. Hit that like button and subscribe. And you all have a fantastic weekend. I'll be on tomorrow morning again. And like I said, thank you all for coming on by. See ya. Have a great day. Bye.